Hi everyone, how are you doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great day. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever is up with you in the world. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. As you know, we're a channel that supports the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Harry, Meghan, Archie, Baby Lily, Mama Doria, Poola, Guy, Mama Mia, the chickens, all of it, everyone in the Invictus community, all of us here at Sussex Squad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Well, today is the rest day for our faves. They are quiet under a tree at Frogmore College, I'm assuming. While the little ones are in Montecito under their little tree there. So yeah, today was a rest day, so it's a little bit of a respite for them after 2 wonderful days of taking Europe, basically, taking the UK and taking Düsseldorf, Germany. So very, very, very exciting. Yesterday we talked a lot about Meghan's and Harry's time at One Young World and Meghan's speech, and also Mindy Kaling's joining Meghan on Archetypes podcast. And so today I was just I realized, this happened yesterday, but it was just too many things to add in another thing to talk about their trip to Dusseldorf for Invictus 1 year to go to Invictus 2023. So very, very, very exciting. Very, very I'm so excited about Düsseldorf. I'm very excited. I'm making plans to go to be there. So still hoping to get press pass, hopefully, prayerfully, fingers crossed and toes crossed and everything else. But apart from that, yesterday was just so amazing. It was just so awesome to be able to see Harry and Meghan out there with just such an incredible crowd that came out, for Invictus to be able, and a lot of it too is to see them. And it's funny because one of the things that I'm hearing with the UK today is that not much of this was in the UK press at all. They don't want to show the world that all of their lies and their smear campaign is for naught, because if you saw the crowd, a very much adoring crowd, just Harry and Meghan doing walkabout and just getting to know people there. Not getting to know, you spent a few minutes, but just saying hello at least to know the people in Dusseldorf. Because they're the ones that's going to be supporting the games next September. So it was just so fantastic to be able to see them there and just be so happy and relaxed. And it's such a marked difference. Someone was mentioning it's such a marked difference when Harry is outside of the UK and when he's in the UK. There's kind of like an anxiety level that's there. And I think part of it too is protection. And I feel like Harry sees himself too as Meghan's other bodyguard. And so there's that level of stress, and sometimes you can see his body, the tenseness. And it's just such a difference here. It's just like, and the crazy thing is there are all these people there, and yet they both just seem so relaxed. And and Meghan tries to be relaxed no matter where she is, whatever situation she is in. Even in the UK, she smiles and goes about her business with her head held high and her back straight, and just like, I'm here. And so she always seems relaxed, but it's just I just think it's just so fantastic to be able to see this and just see the crowd just be there. And I think one of the thing that I love is just the smiling faces. And I think because I just had gotten so, not, I don't want to say got used to, but just the sneering of and I guess, most we see, the British reporters, just the sneering and the anger and just bitterness and jealousy and all that thing from that part of the world. And then you see this crowd is just love and just joy and just really happy to see each other. And so it's just such a marked difference. So I'm so happy that And at least for one day of their trip, they were out of the UK. So whether they stayed in Germany, actually, no, I think apparently, who knows if this is true or not, but apparently they're back in the UK yesterday, but I don't know. I don't know that from Harry and Meghan. So for me, I was hoping that they stayed in Germany and then just fly into the UK, do their event, and jet out. But maybe not. Maybe they went back to their home at Frogmore. Who knows? Maybe just me. I just don't like them in the UK. I want them out of there. That place is just. I just. Yeah. I don't. England is just. I just have such a bad feeling about that place. It's not even funny. So I'm always feel bad because our squatties are there and they have to endure that, and it's just like, oh. I wish I could rest. I mean, maybe not. I mean, I shouldn't say that. You know, people love their homes, and that's, yeah, I shouldn't say that. But it just, I always feel bad because they have to put up with that sort of thing all the time. But that aside, I just absolutely loved this event for them, and Meghan looked fantastic. I love her. I don't know. It's called is it like the halter top or something? I don't know what they call the top. And that's just me not knowing fashion again. But I am all about the wide leg pants because that's the kind of pants that I have. I mean, I just about all my pants are like that. I love because they're comfy. They are just like pajamas, and it's just like I am all about. I get all my pants from Harem Pants, and so it's like all these baggy, wide leg harem pants. That's my thing. So even though I'm not like a fashion person, I totally love these pants on her. But anyway, but it was just it was the whole day was just so fantastic. And I love, Invictus Foundation and Invictus Düsseldorf have been tweeting out about, I mean, they did the whole day. I mean, just looking at their Twitter feeds, and it's just the whole day they've been like, tweeting out, and it's so good. I mean, this is the stadium. This is where it's going to be. I'm assuming there are different parts to the stadium, so I'm assuming all of the events would be here, but then, they're probably break out, venues that are a part of the stadium that they are going to be, I almost said performing. Well, really, it's kind of performing, but they're going to be, doing their different sports. But very, very exciting. That place is massive. So, I mean, compared to at least the stadiums that I saw at Dusseldorf, and I'm sorry, at The Hague, I wasn't there. From what it looked like on camera, it looked much smaller. So this is going to be amazing. And so I just, prayerfully, all the events are packed out so that, to really support and encourage all of the athletes. And so it's just very, very, very exciting. From their reporting, it seemed like everyone had a great time yesterday. So it's just like, yes, 1 year to go. And I love everything about this, so Invictus Düsseldorf. I mean, look at this crowd. Look at, just take off the myself there so we can see the entire crowd. But yeah, it's just so fantastic to see how big it was, and of course all the media that was there as well. And so Invictus Düsseldorf tweeted, "The crowd is gathering." That was before Harry and Meghan got there. "The crowd is gathering. The anticipation is palpable. Shortly, we will no longer count time as per 1 year. And time days, but rather only in days. We want to put servicemen and women into focus, bring respect to veterans and their families. The Duke and Duchess will arrive shortly." And so, yeah. And then they tweeted, "What a day at the end of the day. What a day yesterday. Düsseldorf showed that the city is ready to become a home for respect. The impression from our official launch event will accompany us for a long time. We can't wait to welcome you back in 1 year's time for IG23. Let's do it." So it'll be very exciting. It just looks really, really exciting. And it's so funny. I was looking at some of the buildings. I was like, oh, those buildings could fit right into New York. Because we have some like very, older buildings, and it's just like, oh, it's kind of really cool. I think I'd like Dusseldorf when I go there. But some of the buildings, I was like, I could fit that building right into New York. But yeah, so very exciting. I am like, yes, Invictus. It's actually days now. It's not a year anymore. It's actually days. We're down into months. you know. Um, so, and then, Harry and Meghan were, they're taking pictures, and I love the mascot. The mascot is so cute. The mascot called Lucky or Loki. I guess that's after the superhero guy. Was he the bad guy? I think the bad guy in the superhero movies. I don't remember which one, but he's called Loki. Um, and so Invictus tweeted, "Our patron, the Duke of Sussex and the Duchess of Sussex have arrived in Düsseldorf to start the 1 year ago event." And yeah, they are posing with Loki and two others from Invictus, Dusseldorf. So it just, I love this whole thing. I was just like, and then this is OB Dr. Stephen Keller welcomes Harry and Meghan. So, and among other things, the two of them signed the city's golden book. Harry is also the initiator of the founder of Invictus Games, which will take place in Düsseldorf in exactly 1 year. And this is Harry and Meghan signing the book, the golden book. There, I love Meghan's signature. It's always so fantastic. Um, so, and it's so funny because I just happened to run into this tweet from Mont Blanc. It says, "Spotted the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in Dusseldorf for the kickoff of the Invictus Games Dusseldorf 2023, carrying on our icon, the Mont Blanc Masterstroke gold-coated 149 fountain pen, MB 115385. So apparently the fountain pen that they're writing with was Mont Blanc. Hey, I don't blame them. That's like advertising, so that is wonderful for them. But I love that. I'm like, a fountain pen. It's so funny. I haven't heard it referred to a fountain pen since I was in like school or something, and because we hardly write anything. We tweet, we type things more now. It's really wild when I read that. It's like a fountain pen, like, wow, back in the day it was a thing. It was a real thing, a fountain pen. And now people hardly write. So it's a big deal when people are writing and using Mont Blanc fountain pen. So, but hey, fantastic advertising. I don't blame them. I would do the exact same thing. So there you go. So kudos, Mont Blanc. So, and it's so funny because on the left with Harry removing the home for, and then he removed respect. It gave me a flashback of those royal royal engagements with the royal you go to a whole engagement just to remove a plaque. And it gave me a royal flashback. It's like, oh no, not one of those. But yeah, it's just removing it. So to reveal the whole thing, that the theme of the games is a home for respect. And obviously a respect for the veterans there and their families. And then after they did that, at the city hall, they went off on a cruise, and I guess to cruise the neighborhood. And so to see the sights and all of that, because like the games would be, I guess, right next door to to the river that they are on right now. So, it gives them a good view of the area. So, cool. And Invictus Foundation tweeted, says, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex taking the sights of Düsseldorf with Brigadier General Marsteller and Mayor Stephen Keller. So they are showing them around, showing them the sights of what to look forward to next year. So I'm sure that was very, very exciting to be able to see that. But it's so funny. I don't know. you know, sometimes you hear of a place and you didn't Google it, you didn't look it up, and you just have totally a different image in mind. And I don't know, for some reason, when I saw this photo of them in the river, it's like, oh, I don't know, Dusseldorf. It just seemed like all of it in my mind was just old buildings, you know, those antique buildings all over. And so it's just like this where, you know, it's just a couple of rises and stuff off in the distance. It's like, oh, that didn't fit and figure into my vision or what I thought it would you know, what I thought it was going to be. So but it's good to see. And it's good to see what it looks like. So I'm sure they had fun. And then Harry and Meghan did like a round, like a Q&A with the people there, with I guess athletes and the people of the community, and that would be taking, you know, I guess would be taking care of the games, or you know, I don't know exactly who was invited, but apparently there was a large group, and so this is I guess a Q&A that that Harry and Meghan were a part of, and another lady. And, you know, and so I saw a little video with Harry speaking, and here in a photo here, you can see Meghan speaking. So the first photo is like Harry was in with, it looks like a group of officials from Invictus, where he is with his suit and tie, and then he changed. Harry had like a change, and then he's in his black t-shirt and black pants, and I was like, oh, Harry had a wardrobe change, and Meghan stayed in her outfit. And so here he is with Meghan, and they're doing a Q&A of sorts for the games. And you know, in the little video I saw, Meghan was talking about just the impact in seeing, just talking about the families, I guess. So, but it was very short. So for some, I don't have any like full video of what exactly they were saying, and or who it was that was a part of the Q&A that they were a part of. But it was good to see. It's good to see that they were able to do that. And Harry also gave a speech, which was really cool, talking about, you know, what Invictus means to them, and also what, you know, their goal for the Invictus Games. And I love, it's so funny. I've always loved forces.net, or Forces News, I should say, when they report on the Sussexes, because it's always just straight on facts. I mean, they're military people, so they don't, you know, brush around with like nonsense, like, you know. And so this is a little bit about what Harry says. He says they are fighting for their lives, our freedom, and our democracies. They are my role model. And this was part of Harry's speech, talking about the veterans who are part of Invictus. And again, he says they were fighting for their lives, our freedom, and our democracies. They are my role model. Prince Harry praises the men and women of the armed forces at an event to mark the 1-year countdown of the Invictus Games DE in Düsseldorf. And this is some more of Harry's speech. He says, actually, let me move away our little scrolly thing. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do that. Just subscribe, hit the like button, share our podcast, and we're going to move that away, and we'll talk about that at the end. But a bit of the speech Harry gave, I just made that a little bit bigger so that I can read it properly. It's he says, our philosophy is about filling the stadium and the arenas with spectacle, fanfare, families, and of course, friends. It is about getting every corner of the world to tune in and pay attention. I believe that because service often exists in the shadows, we take for granted how many service members are out there every day putting their lives on the line for us. So I know in my heart that we So I know in my heart that we should give them center stage when we can, whenever we can. A place to compete, a place to be cheered, a place to be truly seen and appreciated. And so that was part of his speech, about the veterans taking part in the Invictus Games. And he's so right. I mean, what they do often are in the shadows and we don't get to see what they do. And so why shouldn't they be given an opportunity where they can shine and everybody see, and we can really be there and applaud them for their incredible sacrifice. So again, always I'm so impressed with Invictus and how much it allows the men and women of the military. And one of the things that's going to be there, it's so wonderful. The yellow bench is going to be back. And so it's a little bit different from the one, I think, in The Hague. But it's like the bench is called a home for respect. And I'm so glad that they're doing that, because it's like one of those, the friendship bench, if you don't know what it is. In The Hague, they had the yellow bench, was like the friendship bench. You just go there and, so anyone can sit there and you just have a conversation. You get to share with each other. And so I'm so happy that is making a return at the games in Düsseldorf. And why? I mean, it was such a big hit, so why not? I absolutely love the idea of that friendship bench. So yes, that's going to be at Düsseldorf. And so so it's just, I'm telling you, I'm very excited. I know a lot of squaddies are actually going to be going. And again, I am trying to go as press. So I hope some of us in our community here would go and, we can all have a good time getting to be with the, really experience what it's like to be around these incredible men and women who sacrifice. It is awe-inspiring to be, and as I've shared before, my time with veterans here in the US. It is just being around them. It is just absolutely incredible. So I look forward to it. I hope, if you're going, you're looking forward to it too. There are, opportunities to volunteer. Actually, I don't know if they've have their fillers yet, but that's something I could check into maybe for the next podcast to see if they're still taking volunteers, if you're interested in going as a volunteer. So I am just flat out excited. I am flat out excited about going to that. So anyways, we're going to do a little change. Just a little change of music. I think I'm getting a little bit better on my fade. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit better about it. Not great yet, but I'm getting a little bit better at it. So yes, quite a bit of a change from Dusseldorf. Omid Scobie wrote an article today. He does his Wednesday articles for Yahoo. And so today this one dropped, and it was about William and Harry, well, really William and Kate and Meghan and Harry living, or at least staying for a couple of days, 15-minute walk or whatever it was, 20-minute walk or 5-minute drive, whatever it is, from each other, and not, and how the press has been hyping it up, and, oh my gosh, they're going to be right there. They're not going to, get together. There's like William is snubbing, the whole drama, the whole crazy headlines that, they're, forever snobbing someone, and then Charles and the Queen are forever inviting Harry and Meghan to stay over, and forever they're saying no. And of course, Harry and Meghan snob the Queen, and they snob Prince Charles, and it's just a mess over and over and over. So Omid Scobie dropped this article today, and part of the article, he is just like, that is just basically hogwash. Part of the article is like Harry and Meghan didn't even contact William and Kate about the, that they're going, that apparently that's what the article said. They said the Cambridges only found out in the news. They had no say or, in anything that Harry and Meghan did. They didn't even know they were coming until they saw it on the news. And so part of the article, it goes on to talk about, because, it's always been like, the brothers are there. When are they going to reconcile? Are there going to be any bridge building? Are they going to reach out and extend the olive branch and all of those things? And so Scobie writes about this. He says, people are desperate for steps to be made behind the scenes, but there hasn't been movement, explained a family friend. What Harry is waiting for is accountability. Many lines were crossed by William. He was at the center of a number of painful moments, be it the actions of his own staff or turning his back when support was needed. It was a dark time, and one that so far William has been unprepared to unpack. That is loaded. That is so loaded. And he goes on to say, equally, adds the friend, William is still waiting for an apology from his brother for making details of private family matters public. When you look at the bare facts, it becomes obvious why it is pretty much the same state of affairs as years ago. And it's very interesting. I think this is the first time a reporter has come out and laid the blame at William's feet. I mean, there's always been, he's fallen out with Prince Charles. It's the royal household. It's the royal family, but not necessarily pointing out that William has crossed lines. And this is very, and it's so funny when this dropped, and to see the reactions of other reporters, you can kind of tell when a truth comes out that they have been hiding, and they almost like they don't know how to respond. And it's like, you can see the panic in their tweets, about this. And it's very interesting, that what apparently the friend, it's always these unnamed sources, right? Always the unnamed friend or the unnamed family member or the royal source, whatever. But it's just very interesting that they said Harry is waiting for accountability. Many lines were crossed by William. And he was at the center of a number of painful moments, to be it the actions of his own staff, or taking back or turning his back when support was needed. And if this surprised any squatty, you're not a squatty, really, because we know this. We have known this all along, that William has been the center of what is, whether it's the person concerned about Archie's skin color, or, bullying Harry and Meghan out of the palace, setting his the press, colluding with the press, and to go after Harry and Meghan and to basically try to destroy them. Like, we've all known William was at the center of this. I mean, hello, we've known since 2019 that this was what he was doing. And so this shouldn't surprise any of us, but it's really good to see it in print, where a reporter is, a royal reporter is coming out and saying, yes, William has not taken accountability for his action. He's not been called to account for his action. And he's right now not even prepared to unpack it, And so for me, it's like, okay, what are those, apart from the ones that we already know, what other lines has William blurred? I mean, one of the things that I'm always like, he is a little obsessed with his sister-in-law. And many of us have pointed that out, and I wouldn't be surprised. Let's just say I would not be surprised if, William was inappropriate. I'm not saying that he is, but would I be surprised? No. And so I love the fact that Harry and Meghan are like, no, you need to, be held accountable for whatever it is you did. We know he definitely crossed the line by revealing Harry and Meghan's emails that, they had no business being a part of the Daily Mail case. They were not included. And they basically put themselves in there to leak information to the Daily Mail about Meghan to help the Daily Mail win the case, which they eventually lost. A part of that, as we remember, is William giving Jason Knauf approval to leak. Not only this says Meghan's private messages, but they also leaked Harry's private emails. They leaked Harry's private emails, Meghan private emails, and also Meghan's text messages. William gave approval for that. Jason Knauf could not do that without William's approval. And so that's one we absolutely have proof on. That's not in question. But, according to this, it's like William has crossed, many lines. And I'm just very interested to know what those many lines are. I could imagine, as I said, I could imagine some, but I would love to know. So whether Harry talks about it in his book or, Meghan talks about it on the podcast, I would love, it's so funny because I was thinking about the podcast, and I know one of the topics that's going to be on there is about the angry Black woman or the mad Black woman. I would love, I have visions of Meghan talking about that bullying investigation nonsense and what they did to her. I would love to see her talk about that, but yeah, I want to know what those lines are that William crossed. And I'm glad that Harry and Meghan are not caving and they're standing their ground like, no, you need to be held accountable for what you've done. You need to own up to what you have done. And so, but according to this, William ain't ready. He's not prepared to do that. And, that's narcissist for you. That is total narcissist behavior for you. And instead of owning up, he will just try to destroy you instead. And so, but then, it goes on to say like equally. No, it's not equal at all. William is still waiting for an apology from his brother for making details of private family matters public. So basically, he wants an apology because Harry outed him. Harry outed what they've been doing. And it's like, yeah, you can wait until the cows come home for that one. He doesn't want the people to know what he is. And so he's mad at Harry for outing, and Harry and Meghan for exposing it. And so it's just like, I am telling you, Meghan and Harry literally have not told us anything about this. I think there is a lot. And I love, again, I go back to Meghan's interview in The Cut where she says, I have a lot to tell until I don't. I have a lot to say until I don't. And I believe this is part of the I have a lot to say until I don't. And then she talks about, she didn't sign a contract to be silent, so she can pretty much say whatever she wants to say. And even just thinking back to the Oprah interview, she's like, when I guess she was prompted to reveal, it's like, no, it'll be very damaging for that person. And yeah, it comes out that William is the racist and William is, whatever those lines are, it will definitely be damaging for him. And so maybe this is what William needs, because William has not had to take responsibility for anything because he's always had Harry as the fall guy for him, the one that they could throw under the bus to cover up for him. And so I would want to see William be held accountable for whatever it is he did to the Sussexes. And so, yeah, it's just very, very unreal. But anyway, that's what Omid talked about, among other things. But this is the part that for me was most important about this, is those lines that William have crossed. And again, going back to that video of this reporter saying that if people knew what was done to Harry and Meghan, they would understand fully why they want to leave. And I think those lines that were crossed, I think that was part of that. So anyways, moving on. We saw this already. Actually, away from that, it's funny that there was that one nonsense, and we're like, okay, away from that, we don't even want to think about that anymore. So anyways, moving back to more positive news. Actually, maybe I better play my change music to give us a little change, even though it was just one article. Let's do a little change back to yeah, okay. All right, that's right. So back to some positive news. Mindy Kaling, as we know, Mindy Kaling was on Megan's podcast, talking about being a single a mom, and it was amazing. So many people have been impacted. Like, they've been commenting on Twitter just how much they just that episode just spoke to them, and it's just like, one girl's like, I feel seen, and it's just it's amazing how people are just really gravitating to it because it's just good. It it has been touching people in a way that I've never heard people speak about a podcast. And there are millions of podcasts out there, and I've never heard people speak about a podcast in this way, how much is just impacting them. And so it's just so good. But today, this popped up. Smithsonian National Museum of Asian Arts is announcing a brand new board members, actor Mindy Kaling, art historian Judy Lee, and Yang Chung, pioneers in their field. They share commitment to art and culture. And so, yeah, so Mindy is now on the board of the Smithsonian National Museum for Asian Art. And so Mindy tweeted about it. She's like, driving from Boston to Washington, D.C. with my family as a child to visit the Smithsonian Museum was a rite of passage for me. They truly are crown jewels of our country. I am so honored to be on board of the National Museum of Asian Art. And so that is so, I'm sure she's so incredibly proud. And it's just like, oh, she did Megan one day, and now she's, and of course, I'm sure there's, didn't have anything to do with each other, but it's just really nice to see, like, she just did that. And then here she is now a board member at the Smithsonian Museum. So I just thought it was really cool. And I just really am excited to get to know more about her and excited to see her shows, which I haven't been able to see yet. So very exciting for Mindy. I knew there was something different. Oh, I did my change music too fast. But this is really short. Apparently Megan, when she was taking her photos, or at least meeting the crowd yesterday, she posed with this lady right there. And, who knows? She's just a lady in a crowd wanting a photo. Turns out the lady was an editor for the German magazine that posted those intrusive photos of Archie and Mama Doria when they were staying at Tyler Perry's house. And Meghan actually and Harry sued the pap company that did that. And they can no longer photograph Harry and Meghan. But so Jack Royston decided to make a non-story into a story and tweeted like, Meghan posted with the editor of a magazine printed intrusive Archie pictures. Bronte ran pictures taken in private of Archie playing with Doria in the July 2020, shortly before Harry and Meghan sued the pap agency X17 over drone pictures. And so he did that, and it's like nobody was like, okay, whatever. I mean, how is she supposed to know? It's just a lady in a crowd. It's like a non-issue, non-story. But Limely Andrews decided to go one step further. And it's like, Limely, you would think you know better than this, but it could just be just idiocy or, I was not going to say that word. It could just be just ridiculous. Or she just wanted people to come. She just posted this and knowing, I could bait squaddies into come and posting evidence under my tweet so they could give me engagement. Both could be true. So Emily Andrews, or Limely Andrews, however you want to call her, because she just lies and lies and lies, She decided to go tweeting, "This is why the royal family have a policy of not posing for selfies on walkabout. You have no idea who's taking the pic with you, and how will you use that pic? This is a harmless incident, but imagine the reputational damage if it was a mafia boss, a drug cartel, etc., etc." And it's just like, really? And so her thing is like, again, this one royal protocol that Emily Andrews just made up, and that's, supposed to be for Meghan and Harry. And then, so of course, Squatties went under her post, and there are obviously tons and tons and tons of photos of William, Kate, the Queen, Prince Charles, all of them taking photos and actually celebrating their, taking selfies. And they're like literally celebrating the fact that they're taking selfies with people. And it was just one of those ridiculous things like, Emily, really? But again, I saw the tweet and then I looked and it was just like, okay, enough people are under them posting evidence of royals taking selfies. But again, it's kind of like that really double standard mentality. Is kind of like, you're gonna go be going after somebody for taking a selfie. So how is she supposed to know who this woman is? And then claiming it's the royal policy not to be posing for selfie and walkabouts, when there are literally hundreds of photos of William and Kate and the rest. Like, look at the ones of them in Jamaica taking selfies. And again, this is the nonsense Meghan had to deal with when she was in the UK, with the British press making up these ridiculous supposed protocols that didn't exist, but wanting to hold Meghan and Harry to that standard. But so it was just like funny watching squatties go after her. Again, there are two sides of that. She could probably see, she hadn't deleted as far as I know. I mean, this was a few hours ago, so maybe she's just looking for attention and looking for engagement. That's true too. That's always the catch when you go under somebody's post, that they may just be looking for looking for engagement, and you just went under there and gave them the engagement they want. But on the other hand, it's like, dude, come on, really? But anyways, back to more positive things. Back to our faves. Archetypes is doing great. It is still number 1 in Australia, Canada, New Zealand. It is now number 2 in the US, number 2 in UK, and number 2 in Ireland, number 3 in other countries, and then down the charts in others. I didn't look at all. I just looked at these 6 markets. So yeah, so Archetypes is doing great. So proud of Meghan. So I'm, the thing I'm thinking of, the episode that's gonna blow this out of the water, and blow this even further through the roof, is that angry black woman. Because we will tune in, and we tune in for every episode, but that would be the one, because I want to know if she will speak about her experience of, white women's tears and demonizing a black woman, with the, always making the white co-workers cry, or making Kate cry, always the black woman, making, being the aggressor. So I am excited for that episode. In my mind, Issa Rae, or whomever else would be on doing that episode. I'm just very much looking forward to it. So anyways, this is where we are for our fundraiser. We are at $39,245. So we're very close to 40,000. Thank you all so much who have given, who have really, helped this to be where it is. It's, again, it'd be very interesting to see how much was raised on the 15th of September, because yes, that's Harry's birthday, which is coming up next week, I think. Yeah, I think it's next week, is the 15th. So thank you so much to all of you who've donated. So again, we are very close to 40,000. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Just a little bit of a little update. Thank you to all our moderators who's going to see this and be a part of our chat. And I'm so grateful to all of you for what you've done and and being able to help to moderate the channel and also to keep it a safe, wonderful community. Thank you, Lydia, Church, Nelly, Karen M, Julie Rock, Cookies and Cream. Thank you all so much. Also, thank you to our 2 cents crew who are incredible and supporting our channel on the monthly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, we have a couple of new members, Church, Nelly, J-Matt. Thank you guys for joining our 2 cents crew. So appreciative of everything that all the ways that you have supported the channel. So I am very, very grateful for that. Thank you. Also, I'm still looking for a name. Gold Star supporters it's not sitting well with me. So again, please help me find a name for our supporters, the supporters that has been supporting us through the super chat, super thanks, super stickers, the PayPal, Cash App. I do have a few more to add to this, so this is not all the names, but and if you don't see your name, it's probably because it's yet to be added. But thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you for your support in every way. Thank you so much. Again, if you would like to support us, we do have a PayPal, we have Cash App, we have merchandise, we have art prints, and again, as I just said, the super chat, super stickers, super thanks, all of those things. Again, there is no obligation to support us at all, but I am most grateful if you are so inclined to do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that support. I very, very, very much appreciate it. Maybe I could show our merchandise. I haven't shown that in a while. Yeah, here is our merch. There we go. There's our merch. There, definitely shop until you drop. Jump over there. You can get clothes, you can get art prints, scroll, it's the same link. But thank you guys so much for your support. It is most appreciated. So anyway, I am looking forward to tomorrow and all the other incredible stuff that our faves are going to be up to. I know tomorrow they are going to be with Well Child at the Well Child Awards. So that will be very exciting. That is Prince Harry's one of his absolute favorite events to go to. So we look forward to seeing them do that. So yeah. So I guess I will see you guys tomorrow or the next day. Most likely tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be exciting to see, to see our faves there again. And I don't want, even though I want them out of the UK, I don't want this time with them to end yet, because I'm like, we love you, we want to see you more. But I understand they have to go home to their babies and be under their tree, and then we'll see them again. So, but it's really fantastic. So keep praying for our faves, pray for their safety, their protection, their peace of mind. And I'm sure we will see them after tomorrow. We'll see them soon again. Fingers crossed, with more fantastic projects. At least we got archetypes to keep us occupied. So yes, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic day as we end this chat time back to Into Space. Have a great night, everybody. Huge love to you. Bye.